Great evening. Great evening. How are we doing? How are we feeling? What is going on? Hello, beautiful people. How are y'all feeling? How are we feeling? Drop it in the chat for me. Let me know where are you guys joining me from? Where are you joining me from? I need to see it. I need the energy. Come on. Drop it in the chat for me. Where are we joining? Where are we joining in from? Let me see it. New York. Okay. New York. Welcome. New York, the only city we got up in here. Y'all taking my look. There's another New York. Okay. South Carolina, Jersey, Miami, Louisville. All right. Maryland, Chi-Town, Florida. Okay. Ohio. I see you. DC, Virginia, North Carolina, ATL. That's the first. I was looking for an Atlanta person. I was waiting for you to pop up in here. Welcome, y'all. Keep on coming in. Let me see where you guys are joining us in from. I am so excited to have you guys here. If you are wondering, who is this woman? Papa, who this woman? My name is Nella. I am your hostess with the absolute mostest for this week. And I am so excited to be here with you guys on this journey. All right. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to jump right into it. Y'all, you in for a treat this week. We are in for a treat. I am so glad that you guys are joining me right here tonight for the kickoff call. All right. Just drop some fire in the chat. Drop some fire in the chat for me for the kickoff call. This call tonight is all about alignment. It's about expectations and making sure that you start this challenge this week the right way. All right. So I need you guys to understand a few things before we go ahead and jump into today's conversation. The people who get the results this week, you guys, are not going to be the ones who show up and they just watch. All right? Somebody drop, that's not me. That's not me in the chat. The people who are going to get results this week are the ones who understand that this week is about something very specific. All right? Before we even get started, this is not just a challenge for a quick win, for the feel good. It is not about chasing a moment. All right. This is about something that is going to be real for you guys. This is setting the tone for the year. This year is the year of intentional income. Somebody put intentional in the chat for me. Put intentional in the chat for me. Put intentional in the chat. I need to see it intentional. Somebody drop the intentional for me. All right. That means that you are here to learn a skill this year, this week. You're not here for a trend. You're not here for the feel good moments. All right. This is going to be a skill that you can learn, you can build on, you can refine, and you can use long after this week is over. This is going to be a skill that impacts how you move financially, how you think, how you show up for yourself, how you show up for your family, how you show up for the next few generations that come after you, how you show up for your future. But I want to be very clear about expectations. All right. This week will require focus from you. All right. This week will require your participation. Some of us may be sitting here looking at our bank account and saying, I'm at my last dollar. Something got to shake. Some of us might be looking at how 2025 was last year, and 2026 ain't going to be the same, right? Guess what? We got to participate in our own rescue this year. We got to participate. This week will require you to take responsibility for what you're going to learn this week. All right. So if you are right here in VIP with me right now, congratulations. You've already decided. You already decided that I don't want to play the guessing game anymore. I don't want to hope and pray that I can make it to next week with the paycheck. You've made that decision, and I applaud you for it. VIP is where you get the clarity. This is where questions are answered and where you are supported throughout the week. All right. I've already seen some of you posting about in Facebook group. Shout out to you. All right. If you are VIP and you haven't been posting, get to it. We're participating. We're not watching this week. Okay. Now, if you are not VIP, I don't want you to feel pressure, but low-key, I do want you to feel pressure. But I also want you to pay attention to how you're experiencing this week. If you decide, I'm not going to upgrade, I'm not going to go into VIP. If at any point this week you find yourself wishing that you could have asked a specific question and got the specific answer that you're looking for, or get confirmation that you're doing things correctly, or you're understanding the information correctly, that's the purpose of having VIP. VIP gives you access. VIP puts you in the room. All right? So today we're not asking questions. We start asking questions tomorrow. For those of you that are VIP, you will receive an email this evening with a form so you can ask questions. I'll lay a little bit more ground rules after today's lesson, but tonight is not about overwhelm. It's about commitment. So I need somebody to drop in the chat, I commit. I commit. I commit. Come on, I need us to commit this week. We're committing to ourselves. We're committing to our future. We're committing to showing up. I commit. If you're not in VIP, we need to show up for ourselves. If you're saying, I'm probably going to have a question, we need to jump into it. All right? So with that having been said, y'all, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to step out the way, and we're going to get to today's kickoff call. All right?
Super excited about this week, just like I am. Can y'all put some money bag emojis in the chat? And I need y'all to like spam that thing. Like I need y'all to spam the money bag emojis, okay, in the chat. I need y'all to spam it. All right. And I also want to know, what are you most excited for this week? Put that in the chat too. I see you, Catherine. Okay, Deja, Stephanie, I see the money bags. I see it. Okay, Candace, I see the money back. All right. Lauren said, changing my life. I love that. Absolutely. Okay, learning how to trade right. Well, you came to the right place. You came to the right place. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, listen. I created this challenge because I was stuck. Okay. I was stuck in a situation that I really didn't want to be in. And so some of y'all know my story. Working a 9-to-5 and managing a chronic disease. It was not it. And I just felt like I needed more. And so for me, the stock market was my way out. Okay, it was my way out. So I learned how to build a consistent weekly income just from the stock market, but without all of that, day trading stuff, because we don't have time for the day trading. We ain't got time for that. We don't have time to be glued to our screen all day. We don't have time for that either. And so, this strategy that I'm teaching you guys this week will absolutely change your life, because it has absolutely, completely changed mine. Okay? So when I say I need your full attention, every single day this week. I mean, every single day this week. Okay, because I know for a fact that this information will for sure change your life too. All right. So now, over the next 5 days, okay, I'm going to teach you exactly how to generate a consistent income from the market that's 100% effortless. So can y'all put deal in the chat? Just put deal in the chat. Okay, just put that. Thank you. Okay, I see it. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give y'all an overview. This is how this week is going to roll. Okay. This is how this week is going to roll. Put some ear emojis in the chat. I just need to make sure y'all listening ears is on. Just put ear emojis in the chat and I'll tell you how this week is going to roll. Okay. All right. So first things first, I want you to grab a really good notebook. Now, this notebook is going to be dedicated to the 5 days, okay? So I know y'all got some notebooks in the house for them kids. Just go and grab it. Go on to Target later. It's only $329.99 for the good ones. You grab one later. Go and grab them kids' books. I need you to grab a really good notepad and a really good pen, okay? And I'm telling you, you're going to want to do this, okay? It's going to be jam-packed with a lot of really good information. So each day of the week, we are going to have a mindset call in the morning with Words Taylor. I'm also going to be on that call. It's kind of like a call just to get the day started and to get motivated, right? There's also homework for you to complete. All right, we do homework over here. All right. And then we're going to have our main session, and that's where I will be delivering the sauce. Okay. And so I'm actually going to give you a real doable trading strategy. No fluff over here. Okay. Now this strategy will most definitely change your financial future. So I need y'all to lock in. Can you put lock in the chat? Put lock in the chat. I just want to make sure y'all lock in it. Because, listen, okay, I see it. Now, even if you are a complete beginner, I want you to know that this strategy is 110% doable for you too. I just need y'all to show up every single day and lock the heck in. Okay, lock in. All right, now can I show y'all something? I think I want to show y'all a little something. Y'all want me to show you something? All right, okay. All right, I'm gonna show y'all something. Okay, so I just want to give y'all a little sneaky peeky, okay, into one of my trading accounts. Just one of them. Okay, just one of the trading accounts. All right. I just want to show you like some real trades, some real money, right? Some real profits. Okay, can I show you? Just put let's go in the chat. Put let's go in the chat. All right. Okay. All right. Let me share my screen. All right, let me share my screen. Hold on. All right, so now hear me out, okay? Now listen. All right, now this is just one of the many trading accounts that I have. Now I call this trading account my play money, okay? This is the play money trading account where, I trade, and if I want to reinvest, I can reinvest. If I want to, splurge a little bit, go on a vacation, or maybe bless somebody, pay somebody's bill for a little bit. I can do what I want. This is my play money account. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the transactions. Okay. Now, if you can see here, these are real trades right here. All right, these real trades. Oh, let me go click on this. Let me click on this. All right, boom. Okay, so I want you to imagine this with me. Just imagine. Imagine, you waking up, and this is all I did, okay, to make this money that y'all see right here, $812.89. That was last Monday. Then the Monday before that, $15.26. What's that? 89 cents. Okay, $1,500 on a Monday, and all I did was press buttons. Okay, so this is all I did. Okay, just imagine this with me. Okay, I woke up on a Monday morning, and I like to call it my money making Monday. Okay, woke up with my hot breath and all, and I just rubbed the crust out of my eyes, rolled over, and grab my iPad. You could also, you could trade on laptop, on a computer. You could trade on your phone. It doesn't really matter. But I grabbed my iPad and I went ahead and submit one of these trades that took me less than 30 seconds. And I told myself that I would never, ever need a boss or a 9-to-5 ever again. Okay, so let's just look into some of my trades, okay? So this was last Monday, $812.89. I did absolutely nothing. Okay, I did this in the parking lot, by the way, in the parking lot. Okay, I was out. Okay, the Monday before last, $1,526.89. Just imagine what you can do with this. Like, what bill would you pay? For some of y'all, that $1,500 is gonna take care of the rent. Okay, let's continue. $1,082 in 30 seconds. I didn't have to day trade. I didn't have to cross my fingers. I didn't have to wish for it, hope, pray to the good Lord. It tells you how much you're making even before you submit the trade. So this is why I need you guys to show up, okay? Put in the chat, effortless money. That's what I want you to put in the chat. Effortless money. Now, actually, I want you to put effortless monies, okay? Gotta put monies. All right. Put that in the chat. Yeah, I see it. Okay. I see it in the chat. All right. All right. Now, this is how the daily schedule is going to go, okay? I need y'all to write this down, okay? Make sure you write this down. All right. Starting tomorrow morning at 8:00 a.m. Eastern, we are going to have the Wealth Breakthrough Call with Words, okay? Starting tomorrow at 8:00 a.m. Eastern, we are going to have the Wealth Breakthrough Call with Words. So this is going to be like the mindset and motivation, okay? Every single morning of the challenge. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, okay? 8:00 a.m. Eastern. Now, at 7:00 Eastern, this is the main teaching session. Okay, so this is where you're going to learn my trading strategies all step by step. So make sure you show up on time, actually early, for this class. All right, if you got it, put in the chat. I got it. Okay, put in the chat. I got it. All right, cool. All right, now this is how to get the absolute most out of the challenge. Two things. Okay, two things. One, make sure you are as active as you can be inside of the community. So make sure you're active in the community. This is where we're going to have all of our announcements. We're going to have important links, and this is where the homework lives. Okay. Now, number two, make sure you post your homework each night. I told y'all got some homework. Yeah. Now, this is going to help you engage as well as stay accountable, as well as get those results, okay? So get your homework done, all right? And here are the two different experiences. I want to make sure I break this down so that you understand as well. Awesome. All right, so who is ready and excited for day 1 tomorrow? Put I am in the chat if you are super excited for tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna wake up with y'all 8 a.m. Eastern. I'm gonna get up. I will be on the call. Okay, that's the start of our day. Tomorrow we're going to jump on the call, and then I'll see y'all later in the evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we're gonna dig in. All right, I see a lot of I ams. That's so good. I am excited. I hear you, Deja. Awesome. All right, so before I head off of here, I want to promise you something. Okay, I want to promise you something. Now, I'm going to promise you that this week will for sure completely shift the way that you see the market, the stock market. And for some of you, this week will absolutely change the trajectory of your entire life. Okay? Your life will never look the same. It will never be the same again. All right? And with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow.
All right, y'all. All right. So we're going to go ahead really quick. And I need to see from you guys. Are y'all ready for this week? Are we ready for this week? Are we ready for the week? Drop it in the chat for me. This is the kickoff call. So this is not a lesson today. This is just to prepare you. This is to prepare you. Are we ready for this week? Drop I'm ready in the chat for me. Y'all drop I'm ready for in the chat. All right, I'm ready. Yep. Okay. I know y'all can't see me, but we are going to go ahead and keep it moving because look, there's a couple of things as my camera comes back into play. There's a couple of things that I want you guys to touch on. I want to touch on with you guys before we wrap this evening up. First and foremost, this was a kickoff call. All right. So this isn't the lesson. It's not the meat. It's not the potatoes. I want to make sure everyone is clear on how this week works because the structure matters just as much as the information. All right. It matters just as much as the information does. First, understand, and I need you guys to hear me because we hear and I see you guys in the chat. The information is the information. All right. We are all learning the same skill. What's different is the experience and the access. Okay. So if we're focusing on the wrong things, if we're focusing how we're receiving the information, if we're focusing on what we thought it was supposed to be versus the fact that it's a kickoff call and this is our expectation, we're setting the expectations for the week. We're focusing on the wrong things when we should be getting our mindset ready to receive. All right. If you are in general admission and you're watching on YouTube right now, all of your sessions will be hosted on YouTube. You're there to watch, learn, and take notes. If you're here with me inside VIP, you'll be in the room. You are in the room. You are in the VIP room. And that's where interaction happens. That's where you're able to ask questions. That's where you're able to get clarity. That's when you're able to show up live for Q&A and mindset sessions, knowing you don't have to figure it out alone. And this is where I want to pause for just a second. And I want to be very real with you guys. Most people do not get stuck because they didn't hear the information. They get stuck because they didn't know what to do next. Or they weren't sure of where they were going or what they were doing or if they were even doing it right. That's the gap that VIP fills in. Not because the content changes or the information changes. The information is the information. But the support changes. The access changes. You get access to people who are on the same journey as you. You get access to the team. You get a little bit more access. So as you move through this week, I need you to pay attention to how you're feeling. If you're feeling it right now, that's an inkling. If at any point you catch yourself saying, I wish I could have asked, or I'm not sure if I'm applying this information correctly, am I doing this homework right? That's your signal. If you are under the sound of my voice, y'all can tell I'm a preacher's child, right? I'm a PK, both my parents. If you are under the sound of my voice right now, and you are not in the room, and you're hearing this and you're saying, I know I'm going to have some questions. I know as I move through this week, something is going to come up that I just need that one piece of information to make it click. Now is the time to do that. Now is time. Don't wait until the question comes up and then you can't ask it. Don't wait until something happens and you're not able to be here in the room for the night, so you can't fill out the form to ask your question. Do not wait. Now, one more thing, y'all, and this is very important for everyone. Make sure that your emails that come from That Wealth Academy, as well as Paris Smith, are landing in your inbox. Okay? Check your spam, your promotions, your junk, whatever the case may be, and drag it over to your inbox. White label That Wealth Academy and Paris Smith. That's how you'll stay up to date with the session links, the reminders, and everything happening throughout the week. Okay? And it's very funny because this challenge is intentional. Before we came into 2026, and when I was making my goals for 2026, back in December, I said, my word for the year is intentionality. My word for the year is intentionality. I'm not going with the wind. I'm not shooting in the dark. I'm not shooting from the hip and hoping and praying something lands. We're being intentional in how we move this year, in making our money, in the relationships that we have, the information that we receive, how we spend our time. We are being intentional. Somebody put intentional in the chat. Let me see it. Put intentional in the chat. Intentional. All right. Now, we have a call tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is our mindset call, and that will be every single day this week at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is our mindset call. Then, all right, at 7 p.m., 7 p.m. is when our sessions start. Eastern Standard Time. Everything operates in Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you another chance. If you are not in the room right now, and you know you need to be in the room, this is your time. When I first started going to challenges a while back, I had signed up for something that gave me access to everything. I had signed up for a challenge, the lessons, the replays, the information. And I remember thinking to myself, I don't need the extra support. And that's a very dangerous thought. I'll just watch, I'll take notes and figure it out for myself. And the truth is, I learned a lot in that challenge. But every single time I hit a moment of uncertainty, a moment where I second guessed myself, I paused. Every single time I wondered, am I doing this right? I hesitated. Every time I thought, I'll come back to this later, my momentum slowed down or I put my foot on the brakes. Nothing was wrong with the information. Nothing was wrong with the roadmap that was given to me. The problem was I had no place to check myself in real time because I said to myself, I don't need the extra support. Eventually, it got to a point where I said, I got to get to VIP. No matter what it takes. If I got to borrow from a couple people real quick because this, I have to move on. Not because I needed more content, because I needed confirmation or anything. I needed to know I wasn't misapplying what I already learned. And the moment that I filled that gap, everything moved faster. Everything started to click. Everything made sense. That's the difference that I need you guys to understand for this week. General admission, YouTube gives you access to the information. VIP gives you access to clarity while you are in motion. Both paths can work for y'all, but only one of those paths will remove the guesswork. All right? So as we go through this week, as you go through the challenge, don't ask yourself, can I watch this without VIP? Ask yourself, how quickly do I want to move without second guessing? Most people will not fall behind because they aren't capable. They will fall behind because they wait too long to get support and they think they can do it themselves. So I need you guys to choose the experience that will get you from point A to point B with intentionality. Do you want to be watching or participating? Do you want to be guessing or get clarity? Do you want to observe or be supported? Either way, I just want you to know you need to be present. All right? That's what I got for y'all. Drop some money bags. Drop some money bags in the chat because we about to get started this week, y'all. Today's just the kickoff. This week's about to be lit. Drop some money bags in the chat for me. I need to see them. All right, y'all. Well, that's everything we got for you guys. I love y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing, wonderful, spectacular rest of your evening. And if you are VIP, if you are in the Facebook group, once again, you will get an email this evening with the form for Q&A. Now, do not flood the form with 50,000 questions. All right. And if you plan on raising your hand and asking your question live, we ask that you leave the form available for those who may not be able to be present. Okay. But that's everything, y'all. I love y'all. Have a great evening. And we will see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our mindset call with Mr. Words Taylor. All right. Have a great night, y'all.